is the new product,
the new product or the old product. So this is largely the reasons why we are experiencing this scarcity. Many of the stations have already exhausted their reserve and are simply waiting to begin to take the new stock under the new price. And you know, because there is no tentative price for a new price for the commodity, that is why we are still seeing the queues that we are seeing. But if you go to major marketers like the NNPC, for example, you will get it there at about 617 naira, which is the control price. Except that you know, the NNPC is just few. There are just few in the country. But for those who go there to buy fuel, you get the commodity at 617. And I believe that other filling stations, once they begin to pick their products, they too will also come with a realizable price that will probably not go beyond 630, 640 at most. And Nigerians will be able to heave a sigh of relief to some extent. And we hope that the Dangote refinery, as well as the Port Harcourt refinery and other modular refineries, will be able to sustain the supply. As it is now, you can see the Dangote refinery has just crashed the price of diesel to about 900 to 1,000 naira per liter. And I believe that once the product is available in the market, the prices will continue to go down because one, the cost of freight has been taken away. That is cost of transportation coming from South America and other European countries where Nigeria used to import the fuel have already been removed, and the products are refined here locally, and the marketers will simply load their trucks here without such kind of cost implications. So I believe that in the next 1 or 2 weeks, we should be able to see a significant changes and as well as adjustment in the pump price of petrol in the country.
Okay. The reality is that the federal government is doing something about the hike in petroleum prices. And is it that there is conspiracy within the marketers to add up to the sufferings of Nigerians? If you look at the escalating number, high prices in commodities and what have you, which the Nigerians are yet to contend with. And coming up now, the prices of petrol going down, and there is scarcity of the products in the markets. Are we looking towards hodling of these products for now coming from the marketers?
Yes, you cannot remove that because there are bad eggs everywhere, and even in that industry, there are bad eggs. There are people who do not want things to change to normal. There are people who have enormously benefited from the lopsided nature of fuel businesses in Nigeria. And this category of individuals who have touted themselves to be captain of the industry are the ones who are holding the generality of Nigerians to ransom. In the past, you know, the subsidy was there and only few people were benefiting from the subsidy until when this government took the bull by the horn to remove the entire thing and say there is no more subsidy. Even that was greeted by hues and cries by Nigerians, and the government paid a deaf ear and continued to make adjustment to see how Nigerians can acclimatize with the removal of the subsidy. Now, Nigerians are gradually acclimatizing and are adjusting to life without subsidy. And of course, Nigerians also need to acclimatize and adjust to life without importation. But this lack of refusal to import fuel again will only affect these microscopic few ones who are the ones importing the price in Nigeria. And you know, since it is only few people who are benefiting from this, these few people are hegemonists in the industry. They are the ones who call the shot. They are the ones who determine what happened. And if the government is out there to checkmate their activities, they wouldn't just let it go like that on a platter of gold. The government have to struggle. Nigerians have to struggle as well to see to it that this kind of people are elbowed out gradually in such a way that with time we should begin to have some respite as far as the petroleum industry is concerned, because it is quite disheartening to see that Nigeria, being one of the major players in the oil industry in the world, is suffering from its scarcity. In other climes, of course, if you go to countries like Saudi Arabia, if you go to other countries that are OPEC member nations, the pump price is even much more higher than what we buy in Nigeria. But it is available. In our own situation, it is not available, even though it is a bit cheaper. But again, we want a situation where it should be made available, so that all those who are serving as lacuna to this situation should be carefully elbowed out, so that we'll be able to have a smooth running of the petroleum industry. And I believe once we're able to achieve this, Nigerians will be able to heave a sigh of relief, and everybody will enjoy the situation. As it is now, the aviation fuel has already come down, and you can see an adjustment even in the air transportation, especially the Nigeria to London route that has been dominated by foreign airliners. Today we have the Air Peace. It's an indigenous airline which is already commencing movement from Nigeria to London at a much more knockdown price, which did not go down well with the foreign airliners. And the diesel is coming down already, and this is how we expect other products to also come down, especially the PMS, which is the one that majority of Nigerians are benefiting from.
Okay, 0903-880-8883 is the number to call in. Of course, make your comments, but you can post your comments on our Facebook page, Prestige FM Mina. That is Prestige FM Mina. And of course, we are streaming live on our Facebook page, Prestigefm91.7mx, and on YouTube channel, Prestigefm91.7mx, and on radio app, prestigefmradio.org.ng. We are taking a look at the appearance of long queue as fuel scarcity hits Niger State. Okay, let's see. Hello, good morning. Okay, we missed that call. 0903-880-8883 is the number to call in, and of course, make your comments. Hello?
Hello.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Hajjami.
Good morning, sir. Who do you have on the line?
Good morning, Dr. Nantala.
Morning, sir.
This is Ibrahim Adams calling from Wakada.
All right, Malik Ibrahim, make your comments.
I think, you see, we will continue to blow grammar, and we will continue to blow grammar in this country because we are tired of grammars. So this, when you say you have aviation flow and all that, the aviation flow does not affect the common man. It's only affected the fewer people, and that is why if you look at the direct impact is for people who are this. We are yet to see the direct impact in the ordinary masses of this country. So I think when policymakers are doing something, they should look at how it affects the common man, not the interests of the bourgeois. And that is why we are still suffering electricity this year today, when you have to airline and other things, all these things. So we must look at the interests of the people. The interests of the people are much better than other things that you are talking. Because now the Dangote refinery and other things that is refining, because before now they told us that Dangote will become on stream, it will refine fuel, not until those of sudden they begin to tell us story that no, he doesn't have the capacity. Right from time, why don't they say that he doesn't have the capacity? The English they spoke to us that time was that when Dangote come on the stream, the fuel will crash down.
The price.
So, and now the advance is the case. They are giving us another different story. So how are we sure that even now that they say the diesel is sold at this, tomorrow, you know, in Nigeria we can be so deceitful. So I believe that we should hold these people responsible with their words, what they are saying. We shouldn't let even lip service to what they are just using us as lab rats and other these things. So it is high time we begin to know what our leaders are saying, the utterances they are bringing up. We should hold on accountability for what they are saying. Enough is enough in this country, and let's do the right thing so that people, the suffering is so alarming. So it is high time that we begin to come into our senses and we hold these people responsible. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you very much. 0903-880-8883 is the number to call in, of course, make your comments. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning, Auntie Mekmuna.
Morning, sir.
Good morning, my brother, another mother.
Good morning.
Good morning. I see the man Prince Elijah Hadi photo. Call from good people from Gomtene Boso.
All right.
You see our president, our general president, who have made an announcement and he making appointed time. The movement of subsidy have got to stay and stand. Why are we talking about it? If the marketers, other marketers, and the people think that they can do this our country in the name of carry our oil to other place and sell it, what about 1 billion? They sell it in 100 million to be into your pocket. This is what Tinubu is fighting for. He said that money brought all of us, all the citizens of this country. You cannot group yourself, looting the country well. In the name of dividing our oil, dividing our economy, dividing our sources to looting this country. We believe if Tinubu take that step in the bottom of his heart, and you know what he's doing, it is benefit of this city of this country. The subsidy have come to stay, and will continue to pray for him to get it out from these people who is fighting back. Arrogant marketers are fighting back. Corruption are fighting back. And they will never succeed. Thank you very much. That's my thought. My last word, I start seeing the difference of democracy in road. Coming to from Landarua to Angwamutane. Thank you for Bago. I continue to pray for.
All right, thank you very much. 0903880888 is the number to call in, of course. Make your comment. Hello, good morning.
Hello, Ajamina.
Yes, sir.
I'm back again.
All right, sir.
I think I want to respond to Dr. Zantala's comment, which says that other OPEC nations are saying much higher than what Nigerians are saying. Well, if you look at the OPEC nation that is mentioned about, I think it is uncomparable, because when you look at the welfare of the citizens of their country, a lot of things have been taken care of. In terms of the infrastructure development and other things. So they tend to look at the life of their people. Even if they are buying that fuel at that rate, it doesn't affect them. The wages and other things of that, they feel normal. But in this country, what are you going to battle with it? Is it the food you are going to eat in this country? Is it the road, or is it the infrastructure, dilapidated infrastructure, the other things you are talking about? So I think when you have made comparison to other OPEC nations, you should also look at their infrastructure facility and the citizen welfare of their people. Back to the other, what did they call them? The major marketers in Nigeria selling fuel. If you go there, when you have scarcity, at the end they turn around selling to black marketers. This is an eyesore. I'm not saying that it is mere saying. They are selling it to black marketers, and those people also, we know them, and we know who they are. That they are the major marketers in this state. So it is high time they should draw their attention. Let them sell it for the ordinary masses instead of selling it for black marketers. Thank you very much.
All right,
Thank you. You know, I wouldn't want to join issues with him, because that is not the focus of our discussion. But I agree with him absolutely. Some OPEC nations, member nations, have better infrastructure than Nigeria. But when you look at the cost of living in those countries, it is much more higher than that of Nigeria. Sometimes you wouldn't know until when you visit. And ask people who may have visited other nations to tell you how they manage to live their lives in those countries. Whatever you touch in those countries is money. Even the infrastructure that he's talking about, you don't enjoy or benefit from those infrastructures until you pay for them. Even where you park your car, you pay for it. If you use a public utility, you pay for it. If there is a public chair in a garden, you go in there, you pay for it to sit there. Every service that is rendered, you pay for it. Agreed, the infrastructures are there, but to what extent can the common man there afford some of those things? So this is some of the issues that I want to drag his attention to. In Nigeria, virtually nearly everything is for free because you use public utilities, you park your car anywhere you want, and for free. And of course, when you look at what they buy fuel in those countries, compared to how much you buy fuel per liter in this country, you realize that yours is much more cheaper, and the cost of living is much more cheaper than in those countries.
All right. Hello, good morning.
Good morning. Dr. Dantala, good morning.
Morning.
My name is Ambaka Gebu the Challenger. I'm calling you from Fulani City.
All right, make your comment.
Dangote refinery is there, and at least Dangote is trying for now, if you take a look at it properly, you see means of transportation in Nigeria. Seriously speaking, the masses are finding it very difficult. And if you take a look at it, there is this issue of hike food in the market. And when you talk, you see drivers will be telling you that diesel is cost, petrol is cost. But thank God for Dangote. So please, the government should really step up and do the needful in this aspect. At least if they can reduce the fuel price control, at least it will be a little bit much better. The reason why I'm saying so is this: Dangote refinery is there already. And you see, railway is the cheapest means of transportation. But up till now, our railway is not really working, if you take a look at it properly. And if you take a look at it, before removal of this fuel subsidy, at least our railway is supposed to be working. And they're supposed to buy buses that will be going around at a very cheap rate to ease the massive suffering. We are still waiting. So please, the federal government is trying and the state government, which I am not doubting. But I'm just like Oliver Twist. We still need more. You see, more than half of Nigerians are living in extreme poverty. No work. The little they are earning, they are managing. So both the state and federal, I believe they will still do the needful. Thank you.
All right. Do we have another caller online? Hello. Who do you have on the line?
Good morning, Haja, and that it is Nuruddin Isiaku.
Okay, good morning, Nora.
Yeah, good morning. I want to add more clarity on this issue you are discussing, right?
Okay, on fuel scarcity.
Yes, I have conducted a personal research on the non-availability of the products.
In Mina, Niger State.
What I found was as a result of non-importation, because the issue of this Dangote refinery coming on board, and with the release the company gave that within a short few weeks, their product will be available in the market, then the federal government stopped importation. In expecting the company, the company in the home will soon release its products. So that is why there is no importation from, when we took crude oil, we took it outside for refining. After refining, then we
import it
back to Nigeria. So the lack of that importation caused non-availability of the product.
Okay.
That is why we are experiencing this shortage and the queue in the many fuel stations. But we are hoping within the week, as the company announced, when it releases its product, it will be available and with cheaper price. That is what my investigation gathered, and I said, let me share with you to add up to this beautiful discussion.
All right.
Okay, thank you so much, Nora.
Very much, Nora.
Thank you.
Let's take this call. Good morning.
Haja Memona, good morning.
Morning, sir.
Morning.
My name is Abdullahi Babale Kolon from Police Headquarters.
All right, sir.
That's why I came in late, but I can pick from some of the comments that people make. You see, my contribution this morning is most of things and the problems we are facing in this country is lack of our leaders are not administrators, because they don't know how to run the government, really. They are all politicians. They are not literate on administration to know how they are going to, economically run the country. This cost of living Nigerians are facing came from two things. One, the marketers mentioned the high cost of dollars and petrol. Now the dollar is coming down. There's no changes from the commodities in the market, only few. And this is our culture. When things have gone high in this country, because of a certain thing like a dollar, for example, when the dollar now is down, the products and things in the market are not coming down. It is only when it goes high, they will increase more. And let me tell you now, if at least now, God forbid it, this dollar rises again to where it is before, from this cost of living we are, things have not come down, they will try to raise it from where it is again higher. Yes, why, we are doing ourselves. And again, the marketers are talking about fuel. Yes, I will agree with that, because there was somebody, I bought a watermelon from him. He said he went right to the farm to buy watermelon. That the money he bought the watermelon is a truck, complete truck. It's not up to 500,000 naira, but he paid 500,000 naira to transport it down to the market because of fuel. And he is with the driver. The driver spent almost 300,000 to buy diesel for him to arrive at the market where he wants to discharge the watermelon. So you can see, if at all this government are ready to do things, we went on loan. We collected loans. We said we want to rehabilitate our refineries. Nothing was done. Till now, nothing was done. Refinery, this Dangote refinery that comes in now, we don't know in between Dangote and the government who is telling us true or who is telling us lie. They said when Dangote refinery start working, we will see changes on fuel. Yet, Dangote finished his own refinery. They said they are not going to give him crude oil. He should go and buy crude oil from America to come and refine it here. How is it possible? You have your own crude oil and crude wells are here. Even the Americans are coming here to come and buy or even still stop. So why can't we give him at least, even if he don't have money to refine, by the time he refine and get the money, refund the money back to federal government, if at all they want to help the masses of this nation. So things are not just going well. It's because of they are not administrators. They are not. It's not the country that is in them. At least it is what they are going to have. That is what is in them. That's why we are suffering, and we will continue to be suffering, because if they are not ready to change as leaders, this is how it will continue, because things are coming on becoming. Every day you'll be hearing, it's in high level.
All right.
Thank you very much.
All right, thank you very much.
I agree with all of his submissions, and one of the major, or some of the major factors that have always influenced fuel price in Nigeria, one have been exchange rates and fluctuations. Most of the times, the dollar-naira relationship has never been stable. It is either up today or down tomorrow. So the exchange rate fluctuation have largely influenced fuel price. Secondly, supply and demand. When there is more supply than what is being demanded, the price will come down a little bit. And then when there is more demand than the supply, the price will go up. And then government policies and taxes too. Many of the transporters pay heavy tax, just as he has given an example of a truck driver who charges 500,000 naira but has to pay 300,000 for fuel. And he settled the checkpoints on the road, and then he pays his taxes too. So what he may have spent may go well beyond the 300,000 naira that he has just said, because there are other expenses, unseen expenses that he may not have seen. But what he have experienced is just the buying of the fuel. And then other factors include refining costs. I'm sure in foreign countries where Nigeria used to import, there has always been refining cost. And even Dangote here will have to charge refining cost. And then international market dynamics. When the fuel price goes up internationally, it goes up everywhere, even locally too. So the international market dynamics also influence fuel price. And then transportation and distribution cost. Transportation here can be said to have been carefully removed, because that is the freight, because there is not going to be transportation from foreign country to Nigeria again. That has been taken away, and then distribution cost will have to remain, because the distribution has to be done by truck drivers. Even though today we have a lot of depots scattered everywhere in the country, but the depots are in comatose. We just hope that the government will reactivate some of these depots so that distribution will be much more easier. With enhanced security, we should be able to see a much more enhanced distribution network, because there are depots everywhere. And if depots are being reactivated, we'll be able to see less and less of all these tanker trucks on our road. And even the distribution cost will have to come down drastically.
Okay, Sani Baban Sani is saying good morning. I wish you the best. May God help. Okay, okay, thank you. Prayers. Opposer Masood, wishing us all the best, saying that may God rescue us and ease our sufferings because the suffering is too alarming. Umar Azmi, fuel scarcity, long queues, and the hike in food prices has become a cancer that only few unpatriotic people benefit from. Unfortunately, enough money won't buy you extra life, and you'll be buried without the money. Umar Azmi, thank you. Jafar Ibrahim Bindiga, he's saying long queues in the filling station and fuel scarcity is really alarming, and the fault is coming from some of our leaders. What is Dangote Refinery doing? Why is the scarcity? I think there are so many bad eggs that need to be flushed in this regard. Thank you, Jafar Ibrahim Bindiga, for that comment on our Facebook page. Doctor has already addressed that issue. Hello, good morning. Okay, 0903-880-8883 is the number to call in, of course, make your comments. Hello, good morning.
Hello, Madam Nemuna, good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Dr. Lintala, good morning, sir.
Morning, how are you doing?
Fine, sir. This is MD from Kwakungu.
All right, make your comments, sir.
Dr. Lintala, I don't know when we are going to get things right in this country. Look at another dimension that we find ourselves in this country, long queues, you understand, everywhere. And which is very, very unfortunate. Dr. Lintala, if you can still recall, all our politicians are making the same promises since 1999. That we came back to as like another democratic era in this country. Road infrastructure and other, you understand, essential commodities and other things, you understand. Those are promises most of our politicians are making. But all the same, you understand, Dr. Dentala, if you go to all these developed countries, you see, you don't need to see even fuel attendants in most of their filling stations. You just inside your car, you understand, you just get fuel and you just go. But reverse is the case in terms of Nigerians, you understand. So I don't know. Look at Dangote Refinery, you understand, it's fully functional, you understand now. That we are still, I don't know where we get it from, that we are still having this issue, that we have to join the long queue, you understand, before getting fuel. So I'm calling the authorities concerned, please, we should always have a rethink of whatever we want to do, you understand, so that it shouldn't bounce back on us. You look at the kind of unfortunate situation we find ourselves in terms of this long queue and other things, which is very, very unfortunate.
Definitely.
May Allah continue to see us through. That's my take.
Thank you very much. Umar Manta saying good morning. Ibrahim Saleh is saying emergence of long queues in our fuel stations with all the effort put in place to make available this product. So many bad eggs are pulling it down. May God help President Bola Ahmed Tinubu to succeed. May God help my country, Nigeria. I mean, thank you, Ibrahim Saleh. Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, sir. Who do you have on the line?
It's okay that is calling.
All right, Mr. Okeke, make your comments.
Dr. Enterai is trying to compare the Naira with what they are earning here. That is what you should do. If you take their minimum wage and compare it and convert it to dollars here, you will see that they are earning very well. You can't say that it's cheaper over there. Over here, you don't say that. Look at their minimum wage. For example, now, if fuel is sold $2 in America, and I am paid $200, do you know how far I can go? Do you know how much?
$200 per week or per month?
If you convert it to Naira, do you know how much is $200? $200.
What work will you do that you will be paid $200 in America? $200 is not a small money, even by American standard. So what?
So you don't compare at all. That is why is our youth looking for a way to Japan? Most of our youth, why are they looking for a way if it's cheaper here? You don't say that, please. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much.
I think he's either being influenced by hallucination, or the figment of his imagination is actually influencing the best of his judgment. I don't think you will have a menial job that many Nigerians are doing where you will earn $200 even in a month. I still stand to be corrected. The menial jobs that many Nigerians are falling over each other to go to America and other European countries for, I don't think you will do such job to earn $200 per month. $200 per month is not a small amount of money, even by American standard. And when you convert that to the Nigerian naira, of course, it is not a small amount of money too. So, but I believe that if you buy fuel at $2, for example, per liter, when you convert that to Nigerian money, that gives you roughly about 1,900 naira per liter. And so begin to make the comparison. How much do you buy a bottle of Coke in America? And convert that money to Nigeria, how much do you buy a bottle of Coke? How much do you buy a decent meal in America? Decent. When I say decent, I mean balanced diet, not the junk that they usually eat there, but a balanced diet containing meat and all of that. How much does a plate cost in America? And how much does a decent meal cost in Nigeria?
Okay. Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Dr. Dantala, good morning.
Morning, sir.
I hope Nigerians will not be angry with you.
Well, whoever should do so. I am only expressing my opinion, and my opinion cannot be the opinion of the generality of Nigerians.
Please. But the best of what I express to you is to take much of your time and give them a clarification. Let's be realistic. I believe so many Nigerians or Nigerians have not traveled abroad. But Saudi should be an example. Those that have traveled to Saudi will testify that the cost of living over there is so high compared to what we are having in Nigeria. But the major challenge we are having, if the cost of living over there is high, the sort of living is also better. I think this is just one of the challenges we are having in Nigeria. If we can get it in this way, sincerely speaking, I don't think there will be any Nigerian or Nigerian that will make a complaint. Because it is whatever you receive that you give out. But unfortunately, what you are receiving is below what you are giving out. Very unfortunate. We need to get it right. It won't be too late for Nigeria to correct ourselves. By increasing this minimum wage and others. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you very much.
You know, the other speaker before this one have talked about Japa. Japa means traveling abroad. This is an informal terminology for people who travel abroad. So for anybody who want to Japa, let them Japa. It is their body that will tell them. Those who have Japa are regretting it today. Some people have Japa for 5-10 years and they still come back with penury. And if you want to Japa, you don't have any skills. I'm sorry for you. Because the Europeans only accept you much more easier when you have something to contribute to their economy. You don't just Japa with your raw energy and assume that you will be successful in Europe. You have to go there with a skill. It's either you are a medical personnel or you are an engineer or you have an exceptional skill that will contribute to their economy. If you think your raw energy will simply make you to survive there, you should have another thing coming. And the menial job that you are refusing to take here, you will even meet worst jobs there and you will have to take them because you have no choice. So for those who want to Japa, please learn handwork, get a skill, learn something that you can use your hands with so that when you go there, those skills will be there for you to be able to survive.
Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning. Good morning.
Good morning, sir. Who do I have on the line?
Good morning, Dr. Dantala.
Good morning, sir.
Yes, I'm still remaining Idouna. It's calling from Tera Junction.
Oh, Idouna, it has been a very long time. I've not heard from you.
So, doctor, they are normally diverting our attention in this country to another side. Why are we now putting more effort on Dangote refinery, whereby we have our own personal refinery in Nigeria? Many governments have come and passed away, billing a lot of budget on our own personal refinery and not be done. So Dangote build the refinery less than 2 years. Our own refinery cannot be built less than almost 12 years to 15 years. So we are not diverting our attention to Dangote refinery. How about Dangote selling sugar? How about Dangote selling cement? Many flour, Indomie. But now we are now rejoicing. The mistake that we make in Obasanjo regime, we should not repeat the mistake in Tinubu era. Thank you. That is my solution now.
All right. Thank you very much. Okay, let's see if we can take one last call, then we'll come back to the studios and, of course, wrap up the program. Hello, good morning.
Yeah, good morning once again, Babali.
Okay.
Yes, Dr. Dantala, I agree with you about the prices of crude oil. Once it goes high in the whole world, the products of oil goes high. But what that has to do with us? Why? Because we don't buy crude oil, we sell crude oil. Now that Dangote refinery has started working, at least, or going to start working, at least if these people want to help this nation, if we are selling crude oil at the rate of $10 per barrel, let's assume, example. So why can't they give Dangote at the rate of $5 or $6? So that at least they can now control the prices of Dangote within this nation, so that the people of this country will find it easy. You understand? By the time you are selling out at 10 naira, you sell to somebody that is going to refine 5 naira. You will have control over him. You will tell him that, okay, this oil, the product should not be higher than this so price, so that the people of this nation can benefit from it. You understand? And if you want to help the economy of this country, the hardship can reduce. How do I say this? Because if a company is producing, maybe the revenue you are giving that company is too high, on the high side. Bring down the revenue, reduce it, so that you can have control over the product prices. What the company can be able to produce, you will have at least control over it. Okay, we reduce your revenue. This what you produce should not be more than so amount of naira. Dangote will buy in naira. At least he will sell in naira. Naira will have value in this country. Those the dollars they are selling outside, let them be selling the crude oil and get this money in dollars, not by going outside and be borrowing dollar, always borrowing dollar. You borrow $2.something billion because of infrastructure. You have not put in a foundation of $500 million. The $2.something billion is nowhere to be found.
It's unfortunate.
Are we telling ourselves truth?
All right, sir.
Hey, this country.
Thank you very much. Dr. Dantala, that's about the size of the program Nigeria Today will be taking. Are we expected to see a reduction in the long queues being experienced in fuel stations, and more like disappearance of the scarcity of petrol in
yes, with strong optimism towards the future, I am foreseeing a crash in the price of pump price, and I am also foreseeing the government raising its hand on some of these major players who are refusing to allow things to work. Agreed, the government is now saying we are no longer going to import. So all those who are benefiting from oil importation are the ones now who are not happy with this government policy. Like I said, government policies usually also affect pump price. This is one of them. The government removed subsidy, it affected pump price. The government is now saying we are not going to import again. It is also affecting pump price, but it's a temporary one. Once we begin to see Dangote and other refineries flooding the Nigerian market with fuel, we will be able to see a reduction in the price. The marketers will have no choice than to slash down their prices, and we hope that the price will continue to come down, more so now that Dangote will buy the crude oil in Naira and sell same in Naira. So Naira will get its value, and the government will export and get the hard-earned dollar to come and do some other domestic chores. Right. So we hope that Nigeria will continue to get better. People should not lose hope, especially in Nigeria, and indeed in this government. We hope that things will work out fine, and Nigeria will be like all other nations. Right. The major problem we always have is that Nigerians are quick to submit and lose hope in the country. And it is all of those people who want to move out of the country. These are the category of people who have lost hope about Nigeria. But I'm sure in the next few years, many of them will want to come back home. Those who were even born abroad are yearning to come to Nigeria and stay for the rest of their lives, because life there is unbearable. Somebody wrote a text here just as we were Babale was calling. He said in Europe, you earn about in USA, you earn about $15 per hour. And then in European countries, you earn about $24 per hour. What of the taxes? If you are a foreigner, you pay heavy tax. The taxes are about 40 to 43% of what you are earning. So you can imagine if 43% of $15 is removed, how much will be left for you? And other services are equally there. And if you're a foreigner, you don't enjoy the same services like a citizen. So these are some of the things that people should begin to know.
All right, thank you very much. Muhammad Mukhtar Ibrahim, thank you for your comments on our Facebook page. Due to time, we can't be able to read that particular message. Okay, on behalf of the DC on duty, Ahmed Issa Sakbe, and of course the online editor and the engineer at the same time, talking about Stephen Jia, and Dr. Muhammad Antala Ali. You can join us tomorrow for a fresh package of the program Nigeria Today. My name is Maimuna Muhammad Babangida, saying good morning.